seekers, shadow walkers, and brave souls who refuse to live in delusion, welcome back. Today we're diving headfirst into the oldest, sharpest, most inconvenient spiritual technology on Earth, truth. Not the polite kind, not the motivational poster kind. I mean raw, unfiltered, ego-dissolving truth, the kind that cracks your illusions like a lightning strike and reminds you who you actually are beneath all the conditioning. This is the truth behind self-awareness, inner transformation, spiritual awakening, shadow work, mental clarity, emotional maturity, accountability, and yes, the survival of civilization itself. The mirror test, where truth begins. You ever stand in front of a mirror and feel it staring back at you like, hey, you ready to stop pretending today? That's the birthplace of every real transformation. Because if you can't face your own patterns, your own ego, your own mistakes, your own self-deception, then you're living in a house built out of shadows. And here's the psychological truth and the spiritual truth and the universal truth. If you can't be honest with yourself, you will demand honesty from no one, not your partner, not your leaders, not your culture, not your world. Every great civilization collapses for the same reason, not because they lacked resources, but because they lacked truth. Truth equals light, the universal law. Truth isn't just an idea, it's a law of nature. If consciousness is the architecture of reality, then truth is its electricity. Where truth flows, life functions. Where truth stops, systems fail. This is why in psychology, in philosophy, in energy work, in spirituality, truth is always linked with light. Light clarifies, light reveals, light heals. But when truth becomes optional, when honesty becomes inconvenient, when authenticity becomes negotiable, shadows move in, and shadows do what shadows always do. They multiply, they distort, they destabilize. Why the world feels like it's ending. Everyone's saying it feels like the end of the world. And in a way, it is. Not because humanity is doomed, but because clarity is returning, and everything built on illusion is falling apart. When a society stops seeking truth, it loses its anchor. It loses its moral compass, its psychological grounding, its spiritual resilience, its sense of meaning. That collapse doesn't start outside. It starts inside each person who chooses comfort over clarity, ego over accountability, projection over introspection. The consequences of abandoning truth. Rejecting truth has predictable consequences. Confusion, anxiety, division, loss of identity, loss of purpose, collapse of trust, rise of manipulation, spreading of delusion. These aren't punishments, they're physics. Universal law. Break the law of truth and the structure of consciousness buckles. The way back, a call to courage. So here's the provocative, uncomfortable, liberating reality. The world won't change until you do. Truth doesn't rebuild nations until it rebuilds individuals. You want authenticity? Practice it. You want honesty in leadership? Practice honesty at home. You want clarity in the world? Clean the lens of your own perception first. Truth is the source code of spiritual awakening. Truth is the foundation of self-mastery. Truth is the catalyst for real transformation. And anything less? Well, welcome to the consequences.